Hi, I'm Wallace Kelly, and I'm going to show you how to use Visual Studio 2010 to look at the definition of views and stored procedures in a SQL Server 2012 LocalDB. Let me show you the problem that I'm wanting to solve. Here in my Server Explorer, I have a collection of data connections, and one of them is my LocalDB database that's on my hard drive. This LocalDB happens to include one view and several stored procedures. Now in Visual Studio 2010, I can right-click on a view and do something like Show Results, and those results will appear there. However, Visual Studio 2010 doesn't have full support for this new 2012 LocalDB. Let me show you an example. If I right-click on this view and say Open View Definition, I get this discouraging dialog box that says this server version is not supported. The same goes if I try to view the definition of a stored procedure or add a new view or a new stored procedure. So let me show you how you can get around that. What I'm going to do is create a new file, and in fact it's going to be a new SQL file, and I want to write some transact SQL against my LocalDB in order to view my definitions of my views and stored procedures. To do that, I have to point this SQL file at my LocalDB instance. Here is a button, Connect button, to do just that. I click Connect. A familiar Connect to Database Engine dialog box appears. Click Connect again. And now my SQL file is pointing at LocalDB. However, it's pointing at the master database by default in my LocalDB. So I'll want to change that and select my AdWorks, which is the database that I'm wanting to work with. Then, once all that is set up, any transact SQL that I run in this SQL file will be executed against that database. The one that I want to do is SP help text. There it is. And I'm wanting to run that against my customer view. Now when I click Execute, the results are going to come back in a grid, which isn't the most convenient for looking at the definition of a view or stored procedure. But that's the purpose of these three buttons here in this command bar. The first one is Results as Grid, which is the default, and the second one is Results as Text, which in my case will be much more convenient. So I click Results as Text and then re-execute my SQL. And here I can see the definition of my view. Now I could even take that definition and paste it up here in my SQL file and then modify the definition of my view. For example, I decide I don't really need the email address in this view, so I can delete that line, and I will have to change this from create to alter, since I'm wanting to modify an existing view rather than create a new view. So now when I execute this, my view, customer view, will now have this new definition, and we can confirm this by executing SP help text. And now we see that indeed the view no longer includes the email. So with the help of SP help text, you can both see the definition of views and stored procedures, and you can also copy and paste these and modify those definitions at the same time. I hope this is helpful for you as you use Visual Studio 2010 to use this great new LocalDB database. Once again, I'm Wallace Kelly, and I'll see you next time.